Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Midnight Therapy. I am your host, Kat Matthews. I am here on a Saturday morning. I am caffeined up. I had like 8 cups of coffee at the Eatery, shout out, in Jessup, PA. And I have a lot to talk to you fine people about today. Thank you for joining me on your regularly scheduled program. We're going to talk about all sorts of things today. I'm going to jump into a topic right off the bat. I was at Jack's Pub and Eatery last night for a beverage or two, and this topic came up. Now, it was kind of crowded, kind of not crowded. It was one of those nights. It was early. I was there to pick up food. You know what that leads to. You go to pick up food and you have 8 beers. Kidding. But I stayed a little bit longer than just picking up the food. So a Journey song came on. Some of you probably know Journey. They're a great band. Don't Stop Believin', Faithfully, Any Way You Want It, Open Arms. What Must I Go On? Must I Go On? And I think Steve Perry, the singer, the original singer, is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, male vocalists of all time, up there with Freddie Mercury. So I make the bold claim, dare I say, that Journey is one of the top 10 bands of all time. And that claim really, got under the skin of a lot of people there. And they had some opinions that differed from mine. Some people agreed, but a lot of people didn't agree. So I'm going to put it up to you guys in the comments if you want to maybe give me your top 10 of all time. And this is band and artist. So if you're solo, like if you're Springsteen or Michael Jackson or any that counts too. Give me your top 10. And I want an honest debate of if you think Journey should be in there, which is what went on last night. So we ended up getting a napkin. And this was a unique bar experience because everybody started chiming in. You had people from all over coming over. Oh, well, you better put Van Halen on there and you better put the Beatles. The Beatles have to be on there. And it became this list. And we had like 5 or 6 locked in that everyone agreed on. The Stones, Beatles, Queen, Michael Jackson. Fleetwood Mac was iffy, but we put her on there, put them on there. And then there was like 4 or 5 open spots. And to be honest, I felt like Journey deserved one of those spots. And some people didn't agree. And you have the right to disagree, but I feel like I can make a case of why Journey should be on there. And there were different intersections or, justifications of why a group or a band or a person should be on that list. Transcendence of eras was a big one. Were they only hot in the 70s, or did they do stuff in the 80s, 90s? Are they still popular today? Do people recognize the songs today or the brand? Speaking of the brand, was the brand notable? Did you recognize the album art? Do you know who the people are in the band? Can you recognize the guitar player and the singer? Things like that. How many hits? How many good songs does this band have? Now, you might pull out a band, like an 80s hair metal band like Winger, who was great, but they have one song. You know what I'm saying? So I needed that. I had to hit all the points to be able to make the list. There was a lot of, varying opinions. And it was kind of fun to do that at a bar. And I had a napkin that had about 8 locked in and 2 spots left. And the most debated spot or band taking a spot was, believe it or not, Kiss. I think Kiss deserves to be on that list. I think as far as bands go, they are one of the, if not the most iconic band of all time. Now, this is going to get a lot of hate. I know it, but I don't care. They revolutionized rock and roll. They're the first to wear truly costumes, like a real costume on stage. They created personas for themselves. They made albums through decades. They even made a disco album. I Was Made for Loving You. That's one of their biggest hits. And it completely goes against their style. So they transcended eras and genres. So did the Stones with that disco song they did. But either way, Kiss needs a spot. They're the marketing king. They're the first one to make a band marketable in that fashion. Lunch boxes. You know, not to be rude, but no kid really wants, I don't know, they don't want a Michael Jackson lunchbox. I don't know. I don't think they do. Not anymore. But I taught at the elementary level for a very long time, and I still saw kids with Kiss lunchboxes, believe it or not. Now, that probably had a lot to do with their parents and their influence on them, but still, Kiss is cool. I had a toothbrush when I was a kid that when you brushed your teeth, it would play Kiss, rock and roll all night. They're not doing that for the Beatles. Now, the Beatles are great. Don't get me wrong, but still, it'd be weird if you brushed your teeth and a Beatles song played. So, with that being said, Kiss probably deserves to be on that list, and Journey does too. There's not a bad Journey song. Not a bad Journey song, and you play it, and everybody gets pumped up. When Journey comes on, everybody gets pumped up, and they probably have the best song of all time. Don't Stop Believin' is up there with one of the best songs of all time. And that's just one of their several great songs. So keep that in mind. I just want to tell you about my little bar debate last night on top 10 groups or artists of all time. And you could let me know in the comments what you think. Give you a little life recap before we get into the thick of it here. We're going to cover a lot of different things on the show today. Me and my beautiful fiance, Christy, watched Squid Game Season 2. Big Squid Game fans, slightly embarrassed that I can't really tell you their names. I don't really know how to pronounce them. I don't want to try because it won't be good. It's a Korean show, you know. We watched it in English where they dub the English voice over it, which, you know, some people don't like when you do that. They say you should watch it in the language it was intended in and read the subtitles. Nah. That's why I'm watching a TV show. I don't want to read. If I wanted to read, I'd get a book. And I wouldn't be one of those people that say, well, the book's better. Yeah. Okay. Anywho, Squid Game Season 1 was a masterpiece. I really loved it. Thought it was great. A lot of unanswered questions. I wanted to know what happened to the detective. I wanted to know where the elites came from. I wanted to know why the front man, is that his name? Front man? The leader in the black mask. I wanted to know why he was there, if he had played the game and how many times he played the game. Season 2 was very excited, but it didn't really answer any of those questions for me. It kind of did, but season 2 felt like it was half a season. Like they ended it right in the middle of season 2. Like I don't think it's season 2 and then season 3 is coming out. I think they said, here's season 2. And then Netflix was like, let's just make season 2 into 2 seasons. Because they left it on such a cliffhanger. You know, I don't want to spoil it for anyone out there, but I liked it, but I didn't. I hope there's more to come because it didn't answer enough for me. It did not answer enough for me. I'm not satisfied with Squiddy season 2. Still liked it a lot. Still better than most things on TV. But yeah, unfinished business. I didn't get all I wanted out of it. Felt very short. Felt like it cut off in the middle of something big. Didn't like that. But overall, I give it like an 8. Season 1's a 10. I give this like maybe a 7. Season 2 like a 7.5. Final answer, 7.5. Get into that more later. It's been very cold up here in Napa. That is Northeast Pennsylvania. We had schools close because it was so cold. And all the old people were like, I was at the bar bartending, and the old people were like, what? These kids are such babies and sissies. We never had a snow day for it being cold, and we never had a cancellation for it being cold. You know, those old stories. They used to walk, you know, to school and back uphill in the sleet with no socks. You know, you hear those stories all the time. I don't think it was that bad for them. you know. But it was quite cold, so it's very cold here. And then on the other side of the country, in California, there's like terrible fires. What is up with these fires in California? That doesn't seem normal, does it? They're like ill equipped. They weren't prepared. Like there's not enough water. They don't know how these fires started. They started in multiple locations and spread. They're not ruling out arson yet. These might have been intentionally lit fires, which would be horrible. I feel bad for everybody in California and everyone who lost their lives or their homes. Not good. Not good. It's going to burn all the way to the ocean, I think, is what they're saying, all the way to the coast. Very scary. Looks like it's a war zone over there. But I don't know. I feel like my local town is very prepared for fires. Like their fire departments are very, very professional and prepared. But California, where there's like crazy wildfires all the time and it's extremely dry, you'd think they'd be a little more prepared. I don't know. Maybe they were. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just spitting out thoughts here. They seem like they really weren't as prepared as they could have been. But what can you really do? We will probably find out soon if this was arson, and that's going to be a crazy thing to process. But anywho, for now, to add insult to injury, people are looting. People are looting these mansions that caught on fire for anything they could find. That's not tasteful. It's a little distasteful, you know? Not really too kind of you to kick people while they're down. That's not good. I think these are the things that give California kind of a bad reputation. But what do I know? In the news, they're saying alcohol causes cancer. It's like a big breaking story that they're just coming out with now. It's like, yeah. See, no one really cares when you hear that one. Like smoking causes cancer. No one cares. Alcohol causes cancer. No one cares. No one's going to stop. The people drinking, the people smoking aren't going to stop. They know it's not good. They're not going to stop. Actually, nothing's good. The tap water is bad for you. You drink water. Tap water has fluoride. It's melting your brain. And then we'll go drink bottled water. No, the bottled water has microplastics in it that's going to give you an autoimmune disease and kill you. Like nothing doesn't give you cancer now. Fruit snacks give you cancer. Working in the trades give you cancer. Working white collar jobs give you cancer because you're sitting too much. Being outside gives you cancer. Too much of being inside gives you, they kind of beat a dead horse too much there. You're not going to get people to give up White Claws. Too far gone. We tried that once. Prohibition. Didn't work. We will always find a way to poison ourselves, even if it kills us. Remember that. Remember that. That's kind of the news cycle that I wanted to bring up with you, current events. And now let's get into the real story. I'm here to tell you that I think everything is probably fake. We often think about the simulation on this show, and we talk about it. Some of us are subscribers to that theory. I might be. I think I am. And if you're not, or not even willing to give it, if you're not even willing to hear this theory out, I'm going to tell you why you should. Nothing makes sense. Nothing. I watched the funeral for Jimmy Carter, rest in peace, and you all probably watched it as well. And did you see Barack Obama being very friendly and laughing with Trump? What do you think of that? Like, what are your thoughts that they're buddies now? A few months ago, they despised each other. Obama hated Trump, talked terrible about him, was campaigning for Kamala Harris, talking loads of shit on Donald Trump. And now that's all forgotten. And it's kind of like they're actors backstage chilling after the play. Like, yeah, we put on a good show, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Got to make people believe it. They got caught on camera. I don't think they were aware they were being filmed. But you kind of saw the relationship when they're not on stage, per se, and it didn't look like they hated each other. it did not look like they hated each other, which is quite odd to me. Not really to me, but maybe to some people. I feel like I kind of know what's going on. I feel like I kind of know it's a game. I said it many times before. It's one ideology with two puppets on each hand, and they talk, and this is the blue one, and this is the red one, and we all believe it. Two different puppets, same person. It's very odd. And if you wanted to get any odder, let me explain to you. This, if I told you this, you would think it's out of a TV show, like it's fantasy, but it's real. Trump wants to, I don't know, team up or purchase or make it a state. Like he wants to own Greenland. You probably heard this. And even Canada, which I like. I like that idea. Wants to make Canada the 51st state. Trudeau stepped down, which makes this even weirder. It seems like it might even be possible. He wants to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. And he also wants to take over the Panama Canal. Now, all these things have some credibility. Like the Panama Canal, we did build it. It is kind of ours. Canada really can't afford to be a country anymore. So it's like, Greenland's open to selling, I think. Trump Jr. went there and was like negotiating. Things are getting weird. It's getting weird. The TikTok ban is one step closer, which is weird because we only have a problem because TikTok is China and we don't want them stealing our information because that's the United States' job. It's our job to steal your information, not China's. That's why Facebook and all the other companies are allowed to still run and steal information, but not China, not TikTok, unless they sell it to us and we can have that info. Seems like everything's just fake, in my opinion. Speaking of social media and Facebook and TikTok and all that jazz, Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook or Meta, has changed his tune quite a bit recently, like you've said, just like Obama. Like now Obama is friendly with Trump. Zuckerberg is almost like on his knees begging Trump for forgiveness, saying he'll do whatever it takes to work with him. He put out a big statement, you probably saw it, how he's working directly with the Trump administration to completely revise and fix Facebook. No more fact checkers. We're going to change that to community notes like Twitter or X. He put out a video statement that he's going to work directly with the Trump cabinet. Not going to take down as many posts anymore. Moving the whole headquarters over to Texas. Seems fishy to me. Or everything's just fake. And this is them covering it up. This is them selling the act. Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook was very anti-Trump for the past 8 years. Even suspended Trump's account. And now they're working directly with him and doing everything Trump and his administration wants. Weird, huh? Kind of weird. Kind of weird. Maybe, not even maybe, he went on Joe Rogan. Zuckerberg went on Joe Rogan and blatantly said that the United States government and the intelligence agencies and the Biden administration directly communicated with Facebook and ordered them to take certain posts down and let other posts that benefited them rise to the top. We knew that already. We know they suppressed the Hunter Biden laptop story just because they were told to. We know that, but Zuckerberg shed a whole new light on it. And what I think the reason is that because the new administration was probably going to look into it, and maybe Zuckerberg might have had some legal problems or maybe even went to jail if that evidence was to come to the surface. So now it appears that Zuckerberg is being very friendly to Trump, maybe in hope that he doesn't get in any legal trouble. He's willing to, quote unquote, play ball with the Trump administration. And that involves a lot of reform and change to suit Trump's ideology and the ideology of his supporters. So if that isn't weird to you, if Trump and Obama getting along isn't weird to you, and Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, getting along with Trump now is not weird to you, then maybe you need to wake up. Because it was very different a few months ago. Very odd. Now, you have RFK. Trump wants him to be in charge of health, make America healthy again. He's talking about looking into all these sorts of things. He wants to look into vaccines and check out their effectiveness and their safety and how, essential certain ones are. He wants to reform big pharma. He wants us to go more naturopathic. And everybody's mad at that. My only question is, why would you be mad at that? If there's nothing to hide and there's nothing nefarious, then why can't we look into these things? Why can't people know? Why can't the public know? It's odd. You have like this article, 15,000 doctors do not support RFK being involved in health in America. Why? Why would Biden talk about pardoning Fauci, which he's going to do in the next couple of days, if there was nothing to worry about? I assume Fauci may have something to worry about. Maybe he did something incorrect or immoral. Maybe he was corrupt in some way. Either way, we have the right to know, and we'll probably never know because he's protecting everyone that helped him succeed as president. It appears. It appears. That's the only thing I could think. It's the only thing I could think of. Things are getting weird. RFK, I want Americans to be more healthy. Everybody in the establishment in Big Pharma is saying he's dangerous. We can't trust him. Weird, right? Weird. This is probably all fake, everyone. I'm just telling you. And I want you to know that. And some of you know what I'm saying, and some of you don't know what I'm saying. But so traditionally, women like the Hallmark channel or Bravo or things like that, like the Bravo Network, or those shows like Summer House and Hallmark and all those shows. And men traditionally have the equivalent of that, which is History Channel's The Curse of Oak Island. And I'm going to make this make sense. Everything may be fake, but we still like it. And women, maybe some women, maybe not all, but most women know that Hallmark and Bravo Network aren't real. Most of them know Jersey Shore is fake, and they know that these reality shows aren't really reality and they're fake and staged. And the Hallmark channel is very fake and it's not real. They know it, but they still like it. It's escapism. Men, and I'm stereotyping, there's some men that like Hallmark Channel, and there's also some women that probably like History Channel, but not many, in my experience. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. Anyways, men have Oak Island, the Curse of Oak Island. And if you don't know what the Curse of Oak Island is, I'm going to tell you. This is a show about these two men that have purchased this island called Oak Island, where they believe the Knights Templar hid buried treasure hundreds of years ago. They say that many have looked for it and died looking, and these two are going to find it. Do you know every episode they never fucking find it? Every episode, and it's been on for over 10 years. They never found it. They found like a coin and a stick in 10 years. And guess what? We all still watch. We all still watch. We all still care. Bigfoot Hunters is another one. The whole show, the show's been on for 20 seasons. There's never been a Bigfoot found once. Not once. They found hair and poop. And they go, ooh, in the woods. And they do a Blair Witch Project filming with a camera. And we all still watch. Hallmark movies, the women still watch. Even though nothing remotely similar to the plot of those movies ever happened to them in real life, they still watch. You know why? Because we love fake shit. We know it's fake, but we can't look away. Do you understand that? That's the government. That's life on Earth. That's society. We know alcohol causes cancer, and it's not really making us happy. It's just masking our sadness for a bit. We still love White Claws. We know that Barack Obama and Trump hated each other, supposedly, and now they're best friends, but we still believe in American politics. We know that flower shop owner And that CEO of that company from the Hallmark movie would probably never be together. But we still watch the movie and get a little teary eyed when he comes back at the airport. We know it's fake, but we can't look away. That's the story that is the tale as old as time. You know it's fake, but you still play along because it's fun. And what are you going to do? Just be nuts? Be a crazy person? I don't think so. Not yet, anyways. You guys aren't ready. I'm ready. I'm already there. I'm already crazy. But I do like Oak Island. And I know they probably will never find anything, and I know they never have. But I still watch. Just like I still vote. As it's fun. It's a fun thing to do. Get a little sticker, argue with your friends and family for 2 years, say my team's better, this guy's going to fix everything, that guy's going to ruin everything. You know, it's fun, but fake. Remember, fun but fake. That's my 2-word review of our country. Fun but fake. Now, where do we go from here? That's the question. Where do we go from here? I will say, even though it's fake, or most likely fake, the Trump era is about to be very interesting. He has built something around himself now. You could speculate why or how, but I'm going to tell you it has happened. He has brought Democrats over to his party. He has brought people from all different walks of life. He has your traditional Republican base, but he also has big tech on his side. He has like the podcasters on his side. He has the young youth on his side. It's very odd. He has all different demographics and ethnic backgrounds on his side. It's a new era. It's not the Republican Party. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to be the first one to coin this here. I believe what he has done is create a whole new party, like the Bull Moose Party and the Whigs and all these parties that don't exist anymore. It's just Democrat and Republican. You will see the MAGA Party. You will see the MAGA Party in the next election cycle, maybe the one after. I'm telling you, the Republican Party is dead and the Democratic Party is dead. I'm telling you, I give the Democrats 4 years to come up with a candidate to beat whoever they put in there after Trump. They will have no one. They don't stand for anything anymore. The Democrats, this is where they went wrong. They used to be anti-war. They used to be anti-big government, anti-big pharma, pro-middle class. They abandoned all that shit. Now they're pro-war and they're pro-big government and big pharma, and they're pushing everything down our throats. It's crazy how it switched. And you could see that switch when they screwed over Bernie Sanders, not once, but twice. That guy was the only true old school Democrat. Now, who knows what they stand for? All I know is they claim to care for the middle class, and they went out spending millions of dollars on celebrity endorsements for Kamala Harris. So that party's over, probably. I don't know. Who are you going to put in there? Gavin Newsom? They really have no one. And the Trump party seems to have everyone. You know, whatever party he's in. I'm going to call it the MAGA party. I don't think it's the Republican Party. It's not the party of old school, like Ted Cruz. It's not the party of the Bushes. It's not that party anymore. It's something else. It's a different ideology. And I think it's more towards the middle, believe it or not. I do. And I think you're going to see the MAGA party. And just like Kiss, to bring it all back to Kiss, Kiss said their band will live on after Gene and Paul die. That Kiss is like an entity that will transcend. I think the MAGA party is going to live on long after Trump. I think he just started it. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Undetermined yet. We don't know. That could be horrible. It could also be cool. Who knows? But he has the MAGA party pretty much has control of the Senate, the courts, and now social media. Zuckerberg's bowing to him. Elon's working with him. He has big tech on his side. He has crypto on his side. It's going to get interesting, folks. Mainstream media has been abandoned, so now it's like podcasting. He has all them on his side. He's like a celebrity at the UFC. He's a celebrity with Rogan. Like, it is getting weird. We never saw this before, and we'll probably never see it again. Trump's actually thinking about getting Canada. Now, if any other president or ideology or party ever said that, I wouldn't believe it, but I kind of believe it this time. You may see the United States get a 51st state that is a country, Canada. You may also see Greenland. You may see the Panama Canal. Do not underestimate how weird this simulation is and how weird it could get. I said it on a previous episode. You may see MAGA bots that are Tesla bots that are red. And they say, make America great again. There could be the MAGA bot 5,000. You may see that. You may see a militarized party. You may see a militarized MAGA party. The red hats, like the red coats. You may see that. And you're hearing it here first. Because I wouldn't be Midnight Therapy if I didn't share with you my ADHD thoughts. And that's some of them. Have we ever been closer to me being right? I'm right a lot of times. If you ask my fiance, I'm never right. But as far as my scoreboard, I've been right a lot, So document me in the history books when the MAGA party comes out, and I predicted it early January 2025. Just so you know. Everything's getting weirder. You could either panic or you could just embrace it and have fun. I'm embracing it and having fun. I have Canada Dry here. This is the last Canada Dry cranberry from Christmas. It's phenomenal. If you have ever had Canada Dry cranberry or whatever it's called, you know what I'm saying. Canada Dry cranberry is the best soda probably on earth. And they're all gone now, and this is the last one. Makes me very sad. Anyways, that's my spiel. This episode is brought to you in part by Jack's Pub and Eatery, located in historic downtown Jessup, Pennsylvania, alongside Three Saints Barbershop, also located in historic downtown Jessup, Pennsylvania. Mike did me up with a great trim the other day. Got the mustache looking good. Got the mustache looking real good. I had a fun time with Mike the other night. We were down Jack's, having a good time. A lot of weird experiences there. Hopefully I have him on and we could talk about them. Always a fun time when you're hanging out with Mike the Barber. I have a very special announcement to make. We may be getting another sponsor on the show soon. It's in the works. I'll be letting you know about that soon. We're going to have some cool guests on, some important topics. Got a lot of guests scheduled for January and February. Looking to be a good year so far. A weird year, a fake year, but a good year. Don't go crazy, everybody. Don't go down the rabbit hole too far. But go down enough. Go down enough to make your family a little concerned. Don't make them too concerned, but a little concerned. It's good to be a little out there, if you ask me. We're all a little crazy, if you think about it. That's my spiel for today. It's a beautiful Saturday. Please go have fun. Enjoy your weekend. And remember, stay curious, my friends. Good night.